Hey guys, Coach Joe here. Want to do a really fun video today about what it's like being drafted. I remember actually my very first weekend ever of coaching was out in Texas with the top youth program in the country. And I was helping coach the 17-year-old team that's like one of the top, I think maybe the top ranked team in the country. These guys, every single one of them's going to, University of Texas or, Georgia, Fullerton, just wherever is the top schools. And the guys were always coming up to me asking me, what's it like to get drafted? What's the process like? What does it feel like? Because, this is a lot of your guys' dream, and it's a really crazy thing when it comes true. So, the process of getting drafted is, it's surreal. It's something you can't really even, you can't really imagine what it's like. It's, you're usually talking to scouts and agents and you have an idea. And so I had a scout that was really talking to me about Steve Fuller, and so he was a Cubs scout. And I remember I was going to different showcases, right before the draft. And the Cubs one, I did, really tremendous, did great, throwing 92s consistently with a great slider. And so, he wanted me really bad, was telling me he was going to draft me. There was other scouts there with the Cubs, area scouts, regional cross checkers. That's usually what it takes is, more than one. There was games where I was pitching where there'd be a few scouts in the stands. By the end of the game, there's 10, 20 because they call each other. They all know each other. And so you have an idea usually that you're going to get drafted. And usually you're like signing, you're filling out questionnaires. You're on the phone with them all the time. And so draft day came around, and it's like so nerve-wracking because it's your dream that, everybody's a little bit different how they handle it. Some guys, they don't even want to deal with it, so they'll just be out with their friends, doing something fun. Okay, it's honestly, it's like George Lucas when Star Wars came out. He was in Hawaii because he couldn't deal with the pressure. Okay, so that's what a lot of you guys should be doing probably, because you don't want to be in panic mode watching every single pick on the computer and going crazy. Okay, so I didn't really do too much that day. Just wanted to stay around the house and get the call. And so a lot of times what happens is scout will call you, hey, if I draft you in this round, will you sign? And so because they don't want to look dumb and draft you and then you don't sign, that makes them look bad. And so he called me, I don't know, when it was like 10th, 20th round. He's like, okay, we want to draft you. Can we, will you sign? I'm like, yeah, I'll sign. And so ended up getting drafted 28th later. He said he wanted me in the 7th round. Some other guys had me in the 7th. Every scout, has like different rounds. They want guys and they fight for you. But at the end of the day, it's higher ups that make decision. And so the round you're drafted in isn't as important because, there's guys that get drafted really late, and it's because of things like, leverage. They have, commitments to other places, and so the team's afraid to get you because you might not sign. So don't worry so much about that. Mike Piazza, for example, is like a 60-something round. They only have 50 rounds today, and so he wouldn't have even been drafted in today's market, and he ends up, Hall of Famer, one of the all-time greats. So don't worry about the rounds. You guys just want to get a chance. You guys want to, play professional baseball. Even signing as a free agent, you have a chance. And so, yeah, guys, it's a dream come true. It's an amazing thing. For me, the scout Steve Fuller came to my house that night. Okay, that's how quick it is. All right, because it's a big deal for the scout, for you, for your family. The scout's putting his neck on the line because, you represent his career at that point. This is what he's doing. He's trying to sign the best players. And so he's looking at you physically, but also mentally. Believe me, guys, he's looking at you mentally. So he's talking to you. He's trying to see what kind of person you are. I remember he came over to my house that night, and I remember some of the things he said to me. He said, "You're born to be a baseball player." Okay, he really said that. And, it's true. Right now I'm coaching. This is what I love doing. Told me, "You're born to be a baseball player." He said, focus on the game of baseball. Don't get caught up in so many other things while you're playing because, at the end of the day, you're a young man when you come out and you have so many opportunities for, everything else. But when you're playing baseball, like we're talking about in the video on college baseball, this is your opportunity to play the game, to be as best, as good as you can possibly be. Focus on that. Don't get so caught up in everything else. I remember him telling me that, and then I remember him. Yeah, he would call me up all the time, just want to talk to me about it, and he's almost like living through me a little bit. And guys, realize how special it is, and that people really think it's a great thing when you get an opportunity to play in high school, college, or whatever it is. It's an amazing thing, and then hopefully you guys can be signing for a lot of money maybe, but whatever it is, it's incredible. And you're going to make great relationships with scouts, maybe with an agent, with other players, and you're going to have those relationships the rest of your life. I mean, I know guys that played in the big leagues, that played minor leagues or whatever, and we're always in contact. We're always even like helping each other out with business deals. There's a Facebook group I'm a part of with guys that played professionally. It's got 14,000 members, big leaguers, minor leaguers. We got Hall of Famers in the group. I know Curt Schilling's always posting on there, and so it's a really amazing fraternity. There's it's a really special thing, and so that's what I hope for you guys, to play at that highest level. And everybody's experience is different. This is my experience getting drafted. I'll always remember it. And so again, guys, if you have any questions on it, any comments on it, anything like your memories or best experiences. I remember getting my first scholarship. Okay, so write about that. Write about something that you want to have happen, your goals, and we're going to make them come true the best we can. That's what we're about. We want to shoot for the moon. We want to go for the highest possible goals. And so yeah, right below, I'd love to hear from you guys. And so once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.